Hi everybody, it's Alex Davison with you today, and the next question I will try to answer in this video. What should I do if my PR card, my PR status in Canada has expired? Okay, that's one of the questions we receive from time to time. And let us start with the definitions here. PR status and PR card are typically, well, there are two different things, okay? Your PR status does not expire together with a PR card. Analogy, well, say your driver license has expired. It does not necessarily mean that your ability to drive a car, your knowledge how to drive a car has automatically expired and you cannot even start an engine, right? It doesn't mean so. The same story with your PR status. Even if your PR status has expired 20 years ago, your PR card expired 20 years ago, your status as a permanent resident of Canada has not expired. But, here starts but, depends on where you are right now at this particular moment and how you would like to come to Canada. The worst thing which you could do is contact local Canadian authorities. That's the mistake most of the applicants are making, and that's the thing which typically leads to the situation when your PR card your PR status would be revoked. Because here's what happens. You contact the local Canadian authorities with probably a brief explanation of like how come that your status has expired or your card has expired and you were not able to come to Canada. Visa officer is looking at that and initiates inadmissibility report in order to revoke your status. What could be done in this circumstance is slightly different. You could try, and in fact could, come to Canada. The only exception is that you have to come to Canada through the land border. Why so? Simply because you would have to discuss face-to-face with a visa officer your situation. That's the first reason. Second reason is that with the expired PR status or expired PR card, you usually will not be able to jump on a plane and come in here. So the easiest way to do that is to come to the United States. So if you don't have a US visa, get your US visa, apply for it, receive it, come to the States, and then cross the land border to Canada. Why so? Because in that circumstance, you would have a face-to-face situation, face-to-face discussion with a visa officer who would in fact make a decision whether to allow you to come to Canada, believing in your circumstances why your card has expired and allowing you to enter without any additional consequences or any negative consequences, or the officer would still decide to initiate that report and initiate that inadmissibility, but you would still be allowed to enter Canada. And in fact, that inadmissibility procedure will probably take around 2 years. The same 2 years needed for you to renew your card. Okay? Yes, it's a difficult procedure. In fact, most of the law firms, and of course 99% of those so-called immigration consultants don't even know about this fact, right? But we are specializing on it. We have a special team unit which could meet you in the United States. We could meet you in there. We could give you a ride to Canadian border. We could be with you during this procedure, during the interview. In fact, we will participate in this interview and we will make sure that you are allowed to enter to Canada. We will do our absolutely best to make sure that you're allowed here without the negative circumstances, if and only if those circumstances are still the same, that the visa officer isn't absolutely hard and says, no, you know what, we will initiate that report. We will still be with you up to the point when your card is renewed and you're actually allowed to stay in Canada. We do not let our clients go down. So stay tuned with us, and if you have any questions, if you want to discuss your situation particulars, at the end of the video you would see our contacts. At the bottom of the video on YouTube you would see our website's links, so come to us, we'll be able to talk it over.